Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Housewives Kim Zolciak accuses ex of Kroy of stalking and harassment, claims he's obsessed with her and requests he be thrown in jail. Kim Zolciak wants estranged husband Kroy thrown in jail. In court documents filed last Friday, the same day Kroy, 39, requested full custody of their 4 minor children, alleging that Kim, 47, was an unfit and abusive parent. The Real Housewives of Atlanta alum accused her ex of stalking her at another person's home and violating a parenting deal they made in June. In what was described as a heavily redacted filing by Us Weekly on August 19, the outlet noted that Kim had stated that Kroy violated their agreement for their children, Kroy Jagger, KJ Jr., 14, Cash, 13, and twins Kaya and Kane, 11, on June 9, when she was forced to call the police for help. According to Kim, Kroy's erratic behavior and obsession with her has led him to surveilling the residence of a third party at whose residence Zolciak was present, as well as following Kim on such mundane tasks as grocery shopping. On June 9, as the documents explained, Kroy followed Kim to Costco, parked, followed her into the store, and then proceeded to follow her around the store, even going so far as to confront the third party accompanying. Kroy's stalking of the third party's house while Kim was there was so pervasive that counsel for the third party sent a letter to Kroy in which they threatened to take out a restraining order against him if he did not stop immediately. The documents continued. Kroy's acts of surveilling, following, and harassing Kim are a willful and dangerous violation of the temporary parenting plan, and Bierman should be held in willful contempt as a result. In addition to Kim wanting Kroy arrested, she also wants her former spouse to be ordered to stay away from her home and to pay her legal fees. As RHOA fans may have seen, Kroy filed for full custody last week, alleging that Kim's home wasn't stable and that the children were frequently left alone or under the care of others for significant periods of time. There is a noteworthy absence of structure and accountability in Zolciak's home. The split/shared custody arrangement is not in the best interest of the children, his lawyer wrote. He also accused Kim of emotional and psychological abuse, which her rep denied in a statement. The claims made in the recent filing are completely false, misleading, and deeply hurtful. Kim has always been, and continues to be, a devoted, loving, and attentive mother who puts her children's needs above everything else, the statement read. This filing is nothing short of a publicity stunt. Kroy caught word that Kim was filing several motions today, so he tried to get ahead of it by rushing to file this document, and doing so unsealed. Unlike Kroy's selective and self-serving approach, Kim files all of her documents under seal to protect her children, not to manipulate headlines or public opinion. The never-ending saga between Real Housewives of Atlanta alum Kim Zolciak and her estranged husband, former NFL star Kroy Bierman, has taken yet another shocking turn. What once seemed like a glamorous reality TV love story has now morphed into a scandalous, drawn-out legal and emotional battlefield, with both sides slinging accusations of betrayal, financial ruin, and now, disturbingly, stalking and harassment. Kim Zolciak, known for her larger-than-life personality, wigs that could rival Broadway productions, and infamous one-liners on RHOA, is claiming that her soon-to-be ex-husband Kroy has crossed a dangerous line. According to new court documents and insider reports, Kim has accused Kroy of harassing her endlessly, alleging he is obsessed with her every move and demanding he be thrown behind bars for his behavior. A once fairy-tale romance now shattered, fans of the Real Housewives of Atlanta will remember the whirlwind romance that unfolded when Kim met Kroy at a charity event in 2010. The sparks were undeniable, and within a year, the couple was married. For years they seemed inseparable, raising 6 children, starring in their spin-off series Don't Be Tardy, and flaunting a life of luxury that included mansions, Bentleys, and lavish vacations. But behind the glossy Bravo cameras, trouble had apparently been brewing. Financial troubles, mounting debts, and a foreclosure battle over their Georgia home painted a very different picture of the once envied pair. By 2023, divorce papers were filed, only to be withdrawn, then refiled again in a cycle that mirrored the chaos of their crumbling relationship. Now, Kim is making explosive claims that suggest this battle has spiraled far beyond arguments about money or custody. Kim's harassment allegations against Kroy. According to insiders close to Kim, the reality star has reached a breaking point with Kroy's alleged behavior. In newly surfaced court filings, Kim claims that Kroy has been relentlessly stalking her, monitoring her movements and showing up uninvited wherever she goes. She alleges that he has harassed her with dozens of obsessive text messages per day, demanding to know her whereabouts and accusing her of having secret relationships. At times, Kim claims his presence has felt threatening and suffocating, as if he is trying to control her every step, even though they are separated. One insider revealed, Kim feels like she can't breathe without Kroy lurking in the background. She says he constantly watches her, shows up at her appointments, and even follows her to places where she thought she could get privacy. It's become unbearable. Kim reportedly told friends that Kroy has been weaponizing their children against her, manipulating situations to paint her as a bad mother, while simultaneously trying to isolate her from friends and allies. It's harassment, Kim allegedly told one confidant. He doesn't want me moving on, he wants me trapped. Obsessed and dangerous? In a particularly chilling accusation, Kim has claimed that Kroy is obsessed with her, describing his behavior as something that has gone beyond bitterness and into fixation. She told her inner circle that he seems incapable of accepting the divorce or the end of their once glamorous marriage. Kim believes he's not just angry, he's fixated. Another source close to the situation revealed. She says it's like he studies her every move, and if she tries to create distance, he lashes out with more texts, calls, or uninvited appearances. It's terrifying for her. Kim has allegedly asked the court to intervene, requesting that Kroy be barred from contacting her outside of child-related matters. More dramatically, she has filed motions urging that he be held in contempt of court and even jailed for his ongoing harassment, arguing that fines or warnings are not enough to deter his behavior. Kroy's side of the story. Of course, Kroy has painted a very different picture of the situation. The former Atlanta Falcons defensive end has accused Kim of being reckless, financially irresponsible, and even addicted to gambling. He has argued that his actions are motivated by concern for their children and the need to protect the family from Kim's alleged instability. Those in Kroy's camp insist that his attempts to communicate with Kim are not harassment, but rather the efforts of a desperate father trying to ensure the safety and well-being of his kids. Kroy isn't stalking anyone, one of his supporters claimed. He's a dad who's watching his family fall apart, while Kim lives in her own fantasy world. If he shows up, it's because he has to, because someone has to keep things grounded for the children. Still, with the level of hostility between the two escalating, it's becoming harder to separate genuine concern from controlling behavior.